Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
People often say you never forget your favorite teacher. Our Callan Dunlop shows us a teacher in Lloydminster who has been dedicated to the community for 3 decades.
Southridge Play School, a hotspot for the youngest in Lloyd, is home to Lola Palick, better known as Mrs. P. This year marks 30 years of her work at the Play School. Over the years, she has seen generations come and go, an aspect she is especially proud of.
I think part of it is seeing second-generation kids. So I have probably 5 this year where I had their parents, and now I have them. And just seeing them as grown-ups, like over the 30 years, and just seeing where they've gone, just seeing kids, how they've grown and matured even over the 2 years that they come here. Like it's just exciting.
The Play School is hosting a tea social on May 11th, inviting past and present Play School families, as well as community members, to congratulate her on the milestone.
It'll be exciting, and I would love to see lots of my older children that I used to have in Play School. It's exciting. I mean, 30 years is it's a long time.
Southridge Play School is hosting an open house tomorrow at 5 to 8 p.m. Callan Dunlop, Primetime, local news.
The Lloydminster and Vermilion for Equity had their annual general meeting talking about their achievements in 2023 and projections for 2024. Our Leo Cruzet had a chance to talk to one of the co-founders to tell us more about the meeting.
Joining with us today is Tigra Lee Campbell, the co-founder and the board of directors of Lloydminster and Vermilion Equity Foundation, to tell us more information regarding about the recent annual general meeting. Thank you so much, Tigra, for joining with us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, for people who don't know this foundations, can you tell us a bit more about what you're doing and what are your goals for the community?
Yeah, for sure. So Lloydminster and Vermilion for Equity, we're dedicated to creating equitable and safe spaces for our community. Out of LVE, we have created Street Team, where we go and help support the unhoused and most vulnerable populations here in Lloyd. So we do outreach twice a week on Thursdays and on Sundays, where we hand out a hot meal, bag lunches, harm reduction. We also offer peer support and healthy conversations. On Thursdays, we're mobile, so we drive around the downtown core and we just hit any spots where we know that there are individuals that need support. And on Sunday, we're stationary, so we serve out of residence and recovery.
Recently, you guys have the annual general meeting. Can you tell us a bit more about your achievement from last year?
For sure. So 2023 was an extremely prosperous year. We were able to help a lot of community members with food support, transportation requests. We helped put in applications for detox and for treatment. So we helped serve about 3,500 hot meals in 2023, which I was so surprised by that number, and over 4,000 bag lunches, which was so awesome to see. We made a lot of healthy connections with other agencies and individuals in the community where we can collaborate on providing support for individuals.
Part of your annual general meeting is your projection in 2024. Can you tell us a bit more information about that?
We will still continue with our 2 days of outreach. We are planning on adding a 3rd day of outreach. We hope to build and create more relationships and collaborate more with other agencies within the community. We are starting our community garden. So we will be posting for that soon. We're really excited to move forward with that initiative. And we'll continue with our turkey dinners and our Easter dinners. We do also host an event every year called Vermilion Culture Fest. That will typically be in September. And just keep on moving forward, I guess.
Now that's a lot of plans for 2024, and I'm wondering, you guys need more volunteers for this?
We could always use more volunteers. We have a volunteer registration form that can be sent out. So if anyone would like to come out and volunteer with us, they can either email us or they can reach out to us on our Facebook page and we'll send them the link to the volunteer form. And then another volunteer will reach out to them.
Is there anything that you would like to add more for this?
Yeah, I would like to express my gratitude. Part of what we do at LVE is to build community and bring our community together. We're not a charity, we're not rich people helping the poor, we're regular community members helping each other out. So we wouldn't be where we are today without the commitment and the dedication of our other community members to help us out.
Well, thank you so much, Tigger, for joining with us and giving us more information and insights regarding about the annual general meeting. Hopefully, you will get more volunteers and you will help more people in the community.
Abby St. John joins us for our first look at the weather report. Now, Abby, lots of snow on the weekend. Is there anything new coming up temperature-wise or, some more precipitation?
It's going to get a little bit warmer. I think today was actually supposed to be the coldest day of the week, someone told me. So it didn't feel that cold. It was supposed to feel, it felt earlier around -29 with the wind chill, but honestly, being outside, it didn't actually feel that cold. It's definitely felt colder with it being warmer, but currently we are sitting at -19. It feels closer to -26 currently, but it was a pretty sunny day out today, which is always nice, and we didn't have too strong of winds. I think it was around 12 kilometers with 16-kilometer-per-hour gusts. So it wasn't too bad of a day despite it being quite frigid out. It has been worse, and we did see a lot of snowfall over the weekend as well, but I don't think we have a huge chance of precipitation coming up. Current temperatures across the region, -15 in Provost and in Wainwright, and also out in Cold Lake, -17 in Vermilion, -19 out in Vegreville, -18 in Edmonton, Marwayne, and St. Paul, and -16 in Bonnyville and Lac La Biche. And on the Saskatchewan side, -14 up in Isle La Crosse, -15 in Pierceland, Green Lake, -17 in Meadow Lake, -18 in St. Walburg and Maidstone, -16 in Macklin, and -19 out in North Battleford. Overnight tonight in North Battleford will drop down to -27, partially cloudy, and it will be quite frigid, 13-kilometer-per-hour winds. And then tomorrow, a daytime high of -17, mainly cloudy, so definitely, hopefully there will be some periods of sun throughout the day, so it's not too cloudy, but it will feel quite cold, 15-kilometer-per-hour winds as well. Overnight tonight in Cold Lake will drop down to -33, so make sure all your vehicles are plugged in tonight because it's going to be very cold out. Partially cloudy skies as well, but the wind won't be too bad at only 7 kilometers per hour. And then tomorrow, a daytime high of -13 with intervals of clouds, but should be a mostly sunny day out, 9-kilometer-per-hour winds. Overnight tonight here in Lloydminster will drop down to -28. We'll have clear skies, but it will feel quite cold, 13-kilometer-per-hour winds as well. And then tomorrow, to break down the day, -26 around 6 a.m., mostly clear with 11-kilometer-per-hour winds. And then around noon, it will be around -19, 13-kilometer-per-hour winds. It gets a little cooler by the time we get into the evening. As the evening rolls in around 6 p.m., it will be -21, mostly sunny still. We are starting to have longer days, which is always nice at this time of year. 13-kilometer-per-hour winds will remain till midnight. Intermittent clouds overnight. Tomorrow, -26. And then over the next 3 days, like I said, sunny day out tomorrow with the high of -17, a low of -26. On Thursday, mostly cloudy with a high of -11 and a low of -15. And then things warm back up on Friday with a high of just -3 and a low of -11. So that's always nice to look forward to with a mix of sun and cloud, especially heading into the weekend. That's a first look at your evening weather forecast. I'll have more overnight temperatures later on in the show.
The Lakeland Rustlers women's volleyball team are once again ACAC champions. Now they have the chance to repeat as national champs at the CCAA Championships in Red Deer this week. Our Thomas Wildman has more on the elite squad.
The Lakeland Rustlers women's volleyball team were crowned the ACAC champions earlier this February with the same record as last year's national championship team. With the entire team returning from last year's championship run, the team is ready to compete for another national title.
Last year was my first nationals experience, and when I was playing, I was pretty nervous, didn't play my best, but it doesn't matter how you individually play, it's how you guys work together as a team. And I think that coming into this next nationals, it really will show how well we work together as a team, and that we'll work through our systems the same way that we do every single day in practice. So.
While a majority of the team will be coming back, nationals will be the final few games for seniors Kaylee Lewick and Jenna Lang, and they are excited to finish off their collegiate careers strong.
For me and Jenna Lang, this is a very bittersweet week for us. It's our last go in our college careers, so taking everything in, appreciating everyone around you.
The season wasn't always smooth sailing, as the Rustlers dealt with a large number of injuries throughout the season, which had younger members of the team have their first opportunities for playing time. And that, alongside the additional experience, has led Austin Dyer to believe that this is a stronger team than last year's squad.
I think we're a stronger team this year going into nationals than we were last year. Again, with the experience, but then also with some of the younger players getting some opportunity that they wouldn't have necessarily got if we didn't battle the injury bug in the first semester. And so, you know what, they feel that as well. That we have lots of people that can do all kinds of things, and so yeah. And now we just got to put it all together here and see if we can win 3 more matches.
The Rustlers will now hop on a bus and head down to Red Deer to hopefully repeat as national champions. Thomas Wildman, Primetime, local news.
It's time now to take a look at your adorable animals you have been sending in with our pet picks of the day.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to have them featured on Pet of the Day.
I'm back at Border Paws Animal Shelter for another edition of Pet Project, and today we have a gorgeous cat named Cisco. Tell me about his or her journey here, and how her personality fits, and what home would be her best fit.
So Cisco has been with us since September, about 180 days. Pretty friendly cat. She's just under 6 years old, but would not do well probably in a home with other animals. It's best to be like the only pet in the household. She's okay once in a while being picked up, but again, being in a shelter and stuff, we want to get them good homes as fast as possible. Like she's she's a very clean cat, yeah. And she is very affectionate. It's just,
she's just one of those cats where let her come to you, in that situation. So on that basis, how has she been introduced to kids? What would you say a good age range if a family does have kids?
I'd say maybe an older couple, maybe not start out with kids, just because kids do like to want to cuddle, right? And she's going to want to come to you on her own. But when she does, so affectionate and just super lovable.
Yeah, she is really, and she has been here for quite a long time.
Yeah, since September.
Which is really sweet. She's really come out of her shell. When we first opened up her door, she almost seemed a little timid, so we gave her a little chance, but she's really, she's really shining a lot, which is really nice. So you'd recommend like more of a chiller. She is a little bit older. Yeah. You said 6 years, so maybe a little bit more chiller of an environment, an older couple, or a single household. She is very, very sweet. And she has a little heart-shaped nose, which is really cute as well.
Right, all the love to give.
Yes.
See, once she warms up, she's just super snuggly.
Which is great, which I love that her personality definitely comes out more when she gets comfortable.
She's very sweet.
Now, very exciting, you have a fundraiser coming up.
We do.
Tell me about it.
It will be announced here shortly. We do have a flower and vegetable basket fundraiser put on by Flora & Co. So anything that we sell, a portion of that will come back in towards this shelter. There's going to be strawberries, raspberries, flowers. We'll announce it probably pretty soon, so keep an eye on our Facebook and our other socials for that, and we're pretty excited about it. They tend to do really well.
That is very exciting, especially with, hopefully, fingers crossed, spring coming very soon. With the recent snowfall, maybe not, but hopefully it does come soon, and maybe this will encourage Mother Nature to push spring along a little bit faster, which is awesome.
And it's good with Easter and Mother's Day coming up too. I
Yes,
think
for
orders
sure.
need to be in by the 1st of April, so we are announcing it really soon.
Which is very, very exciting, and a good fundraiser, which I love. You guys are getting back into the fundraisers and the events, which is really awesome. Now, same question as every week. Are there any donations that you're in need of?
Yes, absolutely. Cat and kitten kibble for sure. Wet dog food, especially we do have a mama here with her puppies, so we're always looking for that, but definitely some kibble, litter boxes, like the sturdier ones, because with the use, they do tend to wear out quite a bit faster. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the donations.
And just because I mentioned this last week, that I'll kind of give an update on the puppies. How are they doing, and how is Mama doing?
They are thriving. They're little chunks right now, like little roly-polies. They're eating really well. We started them on puppy food, and like not quite solid, but they're just gobbling it right up. And they've got such giant personalities already for only being a little over a month old. And Mama is she's perfect Mama.
Yes.
She's doing an amazing job with those babies.
Absolutely. I met her last week, and she was just the sweetest, and you can tell that she loves her babies so much. So, well, that's wonderful, and we'll get another update, of course, next week. So thank you so much for joining us this week. And Cisco was a fabulous guest, and she will for sure make a family or a couple very, very happy.
Definitely a TV buddy for sure.
Yeah.
Like I feel she would sit and snuggle with you while you watch your favorite shows and just.
Which is perfect.
Yeah, perfect companion.
Yeah.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery, downtown Lloydminster.
I'm joined by Vanessa Cowan, the organizer for the fundraiser for Cody's cancer journey that's coming this Sunday, March 10th. Vanessa, thanks so much for your time today. How's it going?
I'm good, thank you.
So, Vanessa, can you tell me a little bit about Cody and his journey so far?
Yeah, so I have a little bit of info here. So from, I guess it was 5 months ago, he had to go to Saskatoon because his cancer ended up coming back, and they made him go right away, rushed him there. He had to get his right thyroid removed. So with that surgery, his immune system is not good, and he had to get a stem cell, I'm sorry, a stem cell transplant, but his sister ended up being a match, thank goodness. So they ended up doing the surgery on that, and the doctors told him he has to be in Saskatoon until at least April. Like I said, he's been there for 5 months already, and it could be longer.
I'm so sorry to hear, Vanessa. And you guys are putting on the fundraiser at Sticks and Billiards Lounge this Sunday. Can you tell me a little bit more about the event, please?
Okay, so what we're doing is, I'll just go a little bit back here. I had seen Cody post up on his own on Facebook, and somebody wrote underneath something very rude and said it was a scam. And so I was kind of mad, and I went on there and I'm like, no, this is not a scam. And decided from there that, hey, well, somebody's got to do something because he's on there. He's trying his best to try to get some help because, like I said, they have used quite a bit of resources, but right now they don't have enough. So I got in contact with Strider from the Sticks and asked him, hey, what do you think about putting on a fundraiser? And he said, absolutely, right away. And so he's the one that came up with the pool tournament, of course, because they're a pool hall. And I'm kind of not very into the pool scene for the tournaments and stuff. So he's like, no, we can do this 2-person team. I think he called it Scotch tournament. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. But $50 per team. And then there's a little pot for them. And the rest is going to be going to Cody. And that's going to start at 2. So there's going to be 16 teams, March 10th. That's this coming Sunday at 2 p.m. I wanted to make sure that we can do it sooner than later. And I know it's a time crunch just because he needs this help right away, like right away. Dark Hour Inc., Des and Scott, they hopped on right away too. I went and asked them, hey, like, I want to do this. So we're accepting silent auction donations, Marked Up Tattoo, Dark Hour Tattoo, Danielle Greeting. She donated one of her photography packages as well. There was a couple more donations that aren't like set in stone yet, but hopefully we got those. Oh, and Tree Hill Cannabis. I thought that was pretty cool. They're all on board for that, and they're going to probably participate as well. So on March 10th, we're going to have a silent auction, 50-50, and then the pool tournament as well. And it's going to be knockout rounds. So hopefully we can get those people in there. I'm looking for more silent auction donations as much as we can because we just want to get this guy as much as we can because, like I said, he's doing all of it. He's had this for the last 10 years. He's been battling. And unfortunately, he hasn't been able to work, which kills him. Like it really does, right? And so when this came on right now, they just had to go. And his dad went there too. His family is so supportive, but at the same time, he's 2.5 hours, 3 hours away from even his boy, like his kids, or his kid, I should say. He's away from them and he can't see anybody because of his immune system.
Thanks so much, Vanessa. Our thoughts and prayers are with Cody through his journey. And please, everyone, head out to the Sticks and Billiards Lounge this Sunday, March 10th, for a great cause. Thanks again, Vanessa.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thrill seekers on Vancouver Island bared it all for a good cause. This was the Naked Bungee Jumping Fundraiser in Nanaimo, and yes, you heard that right. Jumpers stripped down to their birthday suit, then took turns plunging down 45 meters over the Nanaimo River. They were able to raise a whopping $87,000 for local mental health charities. Abby, I've never bungee jumped, but that 45 meters, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I would try it for sure. Heights have never really been a bad thing for me. I definitely would do it closed, yes. But there are other things that I would rather do than bungee jump. But you know what? Good on them for raising all that money and, you know, having fun and, you know, bearing it all for a good cause. I think that's amazing that they did that, and they have bigger guts than I do, for sure.
$87,000 is a lot of money. That is all the time we have from Primetime Local News. Have a great night, everybody.